Although if I am color, I do need to sit right there so I can see the field better. Wait, fine. I can use this.
Good call, bud. Do you want me to lead? Do you want me to open it? Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's broadcast of the Papillion La Vista Titans versus the Omaha Skutt Skyhawks. So players to watch out for in today's game from both sides. The Titans, Matthew Gorman leading the Titans with batting average of 0.407 and on base percentage with 0.556. And now Stephen Higgs with stats from the Skyhawks.
Yeah, the Skyhawks. Will Sims with a 533 average, and Luke Van Dyke with a 645 on base percentage. And we are going to see these two great teams play out today. Skutt having a 13-2 record, and Titans have a 12-3 record. So these teams are pretty even.
Absolutely. The Skyhawks are the number 3 team in the state. Number 3 team in the state. Titans being number 8 across all classes. The Titans being number 2 in Class A, and the Skyhawks being number 1 in Class B. Both looking to get a big win tonight, or this afternoon against a very strong opponent.
Yeah, Skutt, number 1 in Class B. We'll see how they do against one of the best teams in the state, in Papillion, South Titans, and this will be a great game.
Number 3, Emmett Minderman. Batting second, the pitcher DH. Number 6, Mikey Jellin. Batting third.
Here in starting lineups go here.
Danny Wallace.
Today's game is a little bit of a cooler.
Catching number 11, Blake Wilsey. Batting fifth, playing first base. Number 4, Cordell Blinkenbeard. Batting sixth, playing second base. Number 5.
As I was saying beforehand, today's going to be a bit of a cooler game. 59 degrees, feels like 44 because of 22-mile-an-hour winds coming from the northwest.
Yeah, that wind can be a factor there. Say a ball goes deep, gets pushed back, gets an out. That can change a game.
based off of where we are. The wind is blowing into the pitch, excuse me. So it'll be blowing against the ball when it's hit out. But gusts of up to 36 miles an hour. That will make the ball just drop deep in the outfield, which is not what you want to see.
Starting pitcher tonight, Michael Jellin for the Titans. And behind home plate, Blake Wilsey, excuse me.
And center field, number 2, Danny Wallace. And right field, number 22, Matthew Gorman. Starting the infield from left to right. At third base, number 3, Emmett Benderman. At shortstop, number 13, Griffin Benderman. At second base, number 5, Bryson Brodo. At first base, number 4, Cordell Plixinger. Setting pitching battery tonight this afternoon, doing catching, number 11. And on the back.
So the Titans starting to get their final pitching warm-ups in. Starting to slug it over towards second base.
I said, what do you want me to do? I said, JR.
In the outfield, and that's a single for the Skyhawks.
Exactly how you wanted to start the game there. Skutt getting on base, getting a good hit to start it off. Great contact. And John gives off a hit to start the game.
Now to bat for the Skyhawks is Dylan Van Dyke, the senior. Another key player here for the Skyhawks.
Jones stealing. And that
Fairby's picked off at one.
so the runner advances and we have a runner on second, no outs. Let's see if how Jellin will get out of this.
Jay Ziola now up here to bat, another senior.
Jace leads the team in almost every stat.
At least top three.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss from Ziola.
Yeah, nice job from Jellin there to get a strike, get him back in his groove that he wants.
You see Jellin watching that second base, trying to make sure nothing gets skipped. situation than that. It's probably going to the moon. Tries to pick off second base. It's not enough.
Little miscommunication there. I don't think Minderman was ready for that.
Did fly and
Batting right now, Gage Gunther. And last chance for the Skutts to get a run here.
not entirely sure if you can hear, but the wind is strong here, especially in the commentating booth.
1-1 count here.
Christensen still on second. Lets it fly. Pops up. Down to first. It's caught by the Titans, and that is the top of the first inning.
Jelen got out of a little bit of something there after he allowed a base hit to start the game, but came back and got the final out.
According to Nebraska Preps, the Titans being the #2 team in the state, I guarantee you that's a little chip on their shoulder. They know they're better than people. They know they're better than Skutt, who is ranked as #1 in Class B and #3 in the state, according to Max Preps. I guarantee you the Titans want to get this win and then try and move themselves up in the rankings. Because according to Max Preps, they're ranked as #8 in the state of Nebraska, which, and in the preseason, they were ranked as #1. So I'm not entirely sure what happened, but I guarantee you that the Titans, they want that. They want their #1 spot back.
Yeah. And here to pitch for the Skutts, we have Easton Elam. And let's see if he can have a shutdown inning, just like Jelen did.
At second base, number 17 on the day. At first base, number 4, being Gunner. Setting the pitch batter for the Skyhawks this afternoon. Doing the catching.
First of the lineup for the Titans,
And on the mound,
will be number 3, Emmett Minderman.
Catching for the Skyhawks, Cooper Smith, a junior.
I think this is on.
As you said before, these teams are really even, and we'll see if they can, because this is going to be a battle of the wits and everything else, but these teams are both really good, and Skutt is trying to prove that they do not belong in Class B. Just about to start the bottom of the first here, and see if Minderman can get on base to start the inning.
Something to watch out for is the Titans' ability to just get the ball over the fence. Their leading hitter has 4 home runs on the season in comparison to the Skyhawks only 2. So that might be an interesting thing to watch out for.
Strike number 1 there.
See Elam winding up.
Strike 2. And as you said before, it is very windy today. And the sun is also peeking through the clouds, and see if the sun has a factor in today's game.
I wouldn't believe it too so because of how cloudy it is today. But that last pitch, I would not have called that a strike. To me, that was low. But the umpire has a better view than I do.
1-2 count. Inside, ball 2. And Enderman battling back here after 2 strike calls. And
Just now? Oh, my bad.
let's see if 3 can get a hit on 3.
And he lets it swing and he lets it go.
Elo picks up the strikeout for the first round of the inning. Now batting for the Titans, the pitcher, number 6.
Next up, Michael Jellin. Mikey Jellin.
And after pitching the last inning, he's gonna want to get a hit of his own. Trying to get on base here.
Elon lets it go. It's a little low.
Oh no, he called a strike on a pitch, that exact same spot earlier in the game, doesn't call it here. And that can determine a lot of these games.
Popped up by Jellin and caught by the pitcher.
Yeah, nice awareness by Elam there. Being able to read the ball, call for it, make the nice easy catch. Now batting for the Titans, number 2, Danny Wallace.
Elon lines up to go.
Foul ball.
Tipped by Wallace.
And after allowing a hit in the first inning, Titans are trying to do something here.
They came from a
And he gets hit. And they do get on base, so both teams get on base to start the inning, but both teams get on base in the inning. And number 11, Blake Wilsey, is batting for the Titans now. And after giving up that hit by pitch, let's see if Elam can finish the inning here.
2 outs with a runner on first. Elam lets it go. Calls it a strike.
You did it right, too. You went to college. Yeah, you did it right. She started third. Yeah. How's he doing, though?
Nice start for Elam, getting a strike after the hit by pitch.
He was, and then he had a huge slump in the second half. That damn hold up there.
Elam lines up.
I don't know how
Ball.
he just put the air on.
Here comes on the low. 1-1 count.
He and Kate were the same age, so he played at
And
Wichita when Kate was at Indiana State.
we'll see how everything happened the rest of this game.
And usually got tired,
After
could not.
Ooh, tries to pick off. Tries to pick off at first. Danny Wallace is quick enough though.
4 homers one weekend, and yes.
steal, hit and run here, and a ground out, and that'll end the inning. And both teams have a base runner. Both teams get out and don't get anything out of it. And we go into the second inning 0-0.
We're scoreless through 1, so we will take a slight break up here in the booth, and we'll be right back with you.
16, Lucas Heller. And now batting, left fielder, number 22, Will Sims.
Fly. They call him
Called
out.
strike 3, and Jalen gets another strikeout. And after giving up another base hit to start the inning, he's getting back in that groove again. And trying to mess up that groove, number 2, Joe Kolega. Another senior on this team. And Jelen looking at the bases.
Calls that one a strike. Great pitch by Jelen.
Yeah, able to get it down to where the ump hasn't really been calling it great for the batter to not swing it. And another kind of pitch out there, but 1-1 count.
Jelen looks over at first.
Ball goes through.
Lifted fly. Swing and a miss by Kolega.
Foul ball,
Oh, excuse me.
and 1-2 count, and the Skyhawks need to get another base runner, another hit, just so they can move from first.
You see Jelen looking back over at first. Takes a double look. Watching it.
Strike 3, another called strike 3. And Jelen, 2 strikeouts in a row here. Getting real good groove going on here. And up to bat for the Skyhawks, number 24, Luke Van Dyke.
Starting third baseman for the Skyhawks. Jelinek again looking at that first base, or Jelen, excuse me. Throws it low.
Another ball, another kind of pickoff attempt towards first, and you can hear this wind, and that can be affecting a lot of things. Another pitch down, and he is safe.
He must have got that left hand on there. I didn't personally see it, but
I don't think he hit his glove with him.
who knows? Did fly.
Ooh,
Nice
a-
little contact from the Skyhawks.
another base hit, and
And Knight with the single to right field.
So anyway, we just talked a little bit. He works at the parties.
Now batting
Second baseman, number
for the
17,
Skyhawks,
Bubba Day.
number 17, Bubba Day.
What a name.
Exactly.
What a name.
He,
See him getting ready there.
and Jelen, after giving up another hit, needs to get out of this jam here with the runner on third and first, and that's a great way to do it. Swing and a miss, strike.
Absolutely gorgeous. Jelen has been great at trying to get runners to stay close to first. He does not want them stealing. He's been watching them like a hawk all day long.
Another swing and a miss. Great start for Jelen there. 0-2 count for Day. And let's see if he can get a base knock.
Bubba Day might have a great name, but so far doesn't have the best swing. I'm surprised Jelen hasn't looked over towards third yet. I understand he's a left-hand pitcher, but he hasn't even taken a glance.
Oh, and it's a steal here, and that ball
Bubba Day.
is... Oh, is that caught? Is not caught. Foul ball. And still an 0-2 count. The Skyhawks probably want to get a run here. And soon, what we saw from the Monarchs-Titans game, the Titans, they can get runs late. And they will hit you if you don't get runs early.
Absolutely.
Wasn't it Broderick that pulled it
Yeah,
out?
lets it fly.
And it's
And he's out of there.
strike 3 called. And Jelen gets out of the inning after having a runner on third and first. And we will take a break.
There's a imaginary box right in front of the catcher. If it's outside of that box, ball. If it's inside, strike.
Imagine the home plate, right above that home plate, from the batter's waist to like shoulder width height, like right around here, there is a strike zone. If the ball is thrown out of that strike zone, it's a ball. If it's in that strike zone, it's a strike. But the umpire has to be able to tell the difference, and that's why you see so many
Bad call.
people get mad at calls. That's basically it.
They're probably mad at the who's standing behind pitcher instead of the outfield. Yeah. Score. Bro, they should have just turned your volume up. The wind is cutting it off. Here we go.
Up for the Titans is Cordell Klinkingbeard. We had a great name in Bubba Day. Klinkingbeard might be a little bit better.
Yeah. Some of these names, I don't know how they happen, but they're really great. And now we have Elam back on the mound here, trying to get another inning done with allowing 0 runs. And just trying to match what Jelen has been doing so far.
Elam finds the pitch, steps into it.
Strike right down Broadway, and
Beautiful, beautiful first pitch here in the bottom of the second. Winds it up. Outside.
if you're a hitter, you gotta be able to read him. You gotta be able to get these pitches down and know when they're coming.
He's got a parking lot like a preschool.
To fly, and it's outside again.
2-1 count. And after a great first strike, Elam is back to throwing balls.
So far, hadn't been able to repeat that same success with that first pitch. Left it fly.
And inside, ball 3. 3-1 count, hitters count. Let's see if Clinking Beard can make use of this.
Oh, he does.
Finds the pitch. Whoop.
And
Nice contact, straight to the third baseman. Little error there.
error by the third baseman, and Clinking Beard makes it to first. And both these pitchers give up back-to-back
Clinking Beard reaches on the air.
hits
Now batting
on the first batter. And now batting for the Titans, number 5, Bryson Bodis. Another senior. And
If you saw the Monarch and Titan game, you would see that Bodis came in to pitch, and he closed the game out amazingly.
yeah, he's also great at hitting home runs. So see if he can repeat that success here.
Total of 4 in the season.
Strike.
Hit on with what seemed to be a little bit of a floater.
Yeah, I think Bodis was a little caught a little off guard by that pitch there. And Elam trying to
He
get it
lets
out
it go.
here, and ball 1, 1-1 count. And after another great first pitch, he throws a ball and trying to get Bodis to swing, except Bodis is not really having it right now.
Elon looking him up and down.
Oh,
Bam!
and that ball is foul.
Exactly what you want to see is not where you want to see it go.
Yeah, swung a little early there. Just had the perfect placement there, and lucky break for Elam.
But regardless, it's still a beautiful swing.
Yeah,
Elam finds it, looking over at first. Trying not to give up a Clinking Beard steal.
foul ball into the trees, and still a 1-2 count. I think Elam, he were given after having those pitches get by him. He's a little focused on Clinking Beard right now. And
Nice contact by the third baseman. Almost got by the shortstop.
infield single for Bodis. And now the Titans have runners on first and second with nobody out. And like we said before, the Skyhawks, they needed to get those runs early, otherwise the Titans are going to strike.
Absolutely. Somebody who can absolutely have one of those powerful strikes, Matthew Gorman.
Yeah, he's one of the best players on this team. Is a leader in almost every stat on this team. And he's trying to knock some of these runs home.
Yeah, he's only a sophomore.
Yeah,
Elam, you see him looking around.
and
To fly, nice bunt, goes foul.
foul bunt. And
See Elam trying to warm up that hand, because again, it is a little bit cold today, about 44 degrees with the wind. Looks over at first, watching Bodis. Back at second.
infielders going in, and another bunt foul. So 0-2 count here with runners on first and second, nobody out. This would be a great chance for Matthew Gorman to get a few RBIs. but he needs to get it to the outfield here.
Whatever you want to do with it.
I may be mistaken, but was that his phone? I may be wrong. See Gorman getting ready. Elam looking around. Lets it fly. Low pitch.
I don't know about that call there. I think Elam was hoping for strike 3, just didn't get it. And Gorman with a 1-2 count here, trying to come up clutch, give his team the lead.
Elam looking back at Klinkenbeard. Steps into it. Outside.
Another close call there. And a 2-2 count. Gorman fighting back here, trying to get on base or knocking around any way he can. As Elam is a really good pitcher. Got through the first inning really well.
Lets it rip.
And
Nice contact by Gorman. And it drops in the outfield.
And
Klinkenbeard stops at third. Bases are loaded for the Titans.
Yep.
Beautiful hit by Matthew Gorman.
bases are loaded, nobody out.
1 out. Or, excuse us.
Yeah. So, great opportunity for here for number 7, Donnie Rosenthal. And Elam, not the way to start the inning. I mean, a bases loaded, nobody out situation. And he's going to have to try and get out of this jam any way he can. And this wind is coming down hard, and we'll see how these hitters adjust to it.
Elam looking, not having to look all around, trying to make sure no one steals on him. Rosenthal trying to make up, as you said before, trying to make do with this amazing position that he's in. Elam finds the pitch, it seems like. Getting ready, winds up, lets it go. Swing and a miss by Rosenthal.
Yeah, that swing had some power on it. You could tell if that had made contact, that would have gone far. But Elam gets the swing and a miss, and trying to get out of his jam. That's the first step in doing so.
So let it fly, strike 2. Didn't even swing at it.
Yeah, 0-2 count. Rosenthal trying to get a few RBIs here with the bases loaded and no one out. But Elam is trying to deny that. And that's a great start for him after having the bases loaded and no one out. Strike 3 called. And striking out on 3 straight pitches, exactly what Elam wanted. Gets the strikeout in a huge situation there.
Not necessarily what Rosenthal wanted, but you're still in a great situation.
Yeah.
Still, that's your first out of the inning with bases loaded, with now another great hitter in Griffin Minderman.
Foul ball there. And Titans don't get a run out of this, then Elam will breathe a sigh of relief. But to do that, he needs to get out of this inning.
Elam looking Minderman straight in the eyes, but Minderman calls time.
Minderman, another great sophomore here on this Titans team, and trying to get the first runs of the ball game.
Swing and a miss by Minderman.
Another 0-2 count. And will Elam get his second straight out on 3 straight pitches?
Lets it fly.
Foul ball. And still an 0-2 count. Still the bases loaded, and
Looked like it went to the woods.
yeah, and Elam has played around this bases loaded situation pretty great so far. Getting a strikeout now, having another 0-2 count for him. See if he can get 2 outs, then get himself out of a bad position. Strike 3 called. And
Another strikeout.
another looking strikeout. Just Titans hitters not been swinging at these pitches. Just haven't been doing anything.
And there you go. Now up to bat, Emmett Minderman, brother to Griffin Minderman.
Yeah. On top of the order coming up here for the Titans. And if the Titans don't get a run out of this, and foul ball.
Over the net, down towards the woods, it looks like.
Concessions for your choice of $50 or baseball cards and candy. Sponsored by Lisa Wilsey Insurance Advisors. Medicare made easy.
Guarantee you, the Titans will not be happy if they go out there with bases loaded and then just happen to give that up. That is not something that you want, that anybody wants. And I guarantee you, against such a competitive opponent like Skutt, the Titans will not be happy that they missed out on this outstanding opportunity to score.
Yeah, Elam played around this perfectly. Has not yet thrown a ball. Strike 1 and another 0-1 count, and
Strike 2 because that foul ball.
oh right.
But I don't know how much I agree with that call. Seemed a little low to me.
0-2 count, and if Elam can get out of this inning with no balls and the bases loaded, that'd be a great sigh of relief. Foul ball.
Sounded like the ball might have hit the catcher in the face.
Yeah, I think it bounced off of him and went into the net. That's just how much power that swing had on it.
No, Minderman wants it. He wants it bad. Sees that Titan logo out on the ground in the outfield and wants to hit it straight towards it. Lets it fly.
Ball.
Low.
And 1-2 count for Minderman. And Titans, they can get a run early here, and then their pitching keeps dominating for the rest of the game. They'll be comfortable heading into the locker room.
Lets it go. Swing and a miss by Minderman.
And Elam gets out of a jam.
And that is a huge whiff by the Titans. I guarantee you the Titans are not going to be happy about that. Coach is going to have some strong words.
Yeah, after allowing 3 straight hits and then striking out 3 straight batters, Elam did a great job of getting out of that inning. And we'll see if Jelen can repeat what he's done so far after we take a short break.
A single would have been it.
They just struck out 3 straight times.
I mean, it's just kind of what happens.
But it's actually been a pretty decent game so far.
That's who it is, Bales. That's who this physical coach is, Bales. Oh, I don't know. Who's that? That's Gallen. No, that's what's his name, Matt Worker. It's Julian. You want to know a fun fact? They
And we are back, and we will have Nate Christensen starting the batting for the Skyhawks.
Back to the top of the lineup.
Takes a strike from Jelen, who has, other than allowing a leadoff hit in the first 2 innings, has been pretty great so far. Foul ball there, 0-2 count.
Please return a foul ball concessions for your choice of the half hour or baseball cards and candy, sponsored by Ever Level Time.
Beautiful thing, you will. If you probably went exploring out in these woods behind the field, you would find a lot of stray baseballs.
Yeah, a lot of foul balls in this game. Not a lot of hits into the outfield. And these hitters, they're getting underneath it, they're getting on top of it, just haven't been hitting the sweet spot this game. And they hit the sweet spot there, but it is a ground out. And Jelen gets the first out of the inning.
Skyhawks, the right fielder, number 12, Dylan Van Dyke.
Batting next for the Skyhawks, number 12, Dylan Van Dyke. Lefty v. lefty here.
Jelen lets it go.
Ooh,
Tried to be a bunt, but just moved a little bit late.
foul ball from the bunt there. This Skutt team is fast.
But so far not fast enough. Haven't been able to make it home. Jelen lets it fly, and it's straight to the turf.
Sun is coming out on the field right now. Let's see if that will affect the batter's eye.
Hopefully that warms up a little bit, because today, again, it's a little bit chilly.
Yeah,
And Jelen lets it fly.
all inside. 2-1 count for Van Dyke. And Jelen, after getting the first out of the inning, now has a 2-2 count with a swing and a miss there by Dyke. And Jelen has played great so far. Let's see if he can continue with his good streak.
Winds it up, lets it go. Swing and a miss by Van Dyke.
Foul ball.
Oh,
And
I didn't see any contact. Excuse me.
still a 2-2 count. And Jelen trying to get the out here. And strike 3 called.
Dylan picks up the strikeout for the second out of the inning.
Jelen gets yet another strikeout. Trying to get another with number 11, Jace Ziola, coming to the plate.
Ziola was able to get on base last time he was up to bat, I'm pretty sure. Trying to do it again. And
Takes a ball. 1-0 count. And Jelen trying to get out of the inning here. And
there you go, evens up the count, 1-1.
yeah, good job with the strike. 1-1 count. And Ziola, as one of the best players, one of the better players on this team.
Foul ball straight up towards the sky and back up towards the woods.
Yeah, that one went high. Ziola, he's gonna have to have a good game here if he wants to. If the Skyhawks want to have a chance of winning, and we'll see if he can come up clutch for them.
So Jelen let it fly.
Ball, 2-2 count, and
That would have been a hang in the
Ziola trying to get a hit, get his team's momentum back after
Jelen
great.
winds up, lets it go.
Another foul ball into the woods.
Please return foul balls, concessions for your choice of a $50 or baseball cards.
The stadium announcer up here with us. I can guarantee he was getting tired of having to say that foul ball message of return the foul ball to the concession stand for your chance of for your choice of candy or a baseball card.
Yeah. the batters don't want foul balls either. They want hits. And so far they just haven't been getting any. And 3-2 count after a very close ball call. And now with a full count, let's see how Jelen will approach this.
Well, Jelen's been pitching great. No wonder they've been getting so many hits.
Payoff pitch. And it's a base hit. No, ground out.
There you go, and that is the top of the third inning.
And Jelen goes 1-2-3, able to get through the inning with no issues this time. And let's see if Elam can respond to that after getting out of a really tough jam last time.
Personally, I believe if there's going to be a massive turnaround in this game, it is going to be here in the bottom of the third inning. The Titans already out with a chip on their shoulder from that last inning, where they just weren't able to get the job done. And Elam, who they can tell has had a little bit of struggles here. Not necessarily what he's looking for. Elam being just a sophomore. Still young, but also these big games against other highly ranked opponents, guarantee he was going to get to their heads, or excuse me, get to his head.
Yeah, as I said before, these Titans, they are a late inning team. You saw what they did against the Monarchs, getting a lot of runs in the fourth inning. And let's see if they can repeat that success in these late innings. And coming up to bat is Michael Jelen, the man who just pitched a minute ago. And
Absolutely, I mean, Jelen, who has been playing an outstanding game today.
yeah,
Been amazing while pitching. Been so far hadn't done anything outstanding while at bat, but has been playing great. Just a great performance from someone who's made to do so much.
yeah. These Titans, they need to get a run here. Need to get some more momentum going after getting no runs with the bases loaded and no one out.
And there you go, pops straight up towards the sky. And it's gone!
And Michael Jelen, after pitching an incredible game, gets a home run and gives his team the lead. And
Where's he going?
this has just been outstanding from Jelen so far, and gives his team the lead they needed.
There you go. There's that Titan power. As said before, the leader of the Titans has four home runs, but then for Skutt, only 2. The Titans are very dominant whenever it comes to handing the ball over the back fence. I guarantee they just want to keep that trend going, and who knows, maybe even repeat it here.
Yeah, this is their ballpark. They know what's going on, and it's another
Beautiful
great
hit. And it's
that's
gone!
Wow,
Back to back.
pitches, back-to-back home runs. Wow, and we didn't even have time to mention Danny Wallace coming to the plate.
No,
He just bombed that thing on the first pitch, and not a great start for Elam, giving up 2 home runs in 2 pitches.
absolutely not. And there again, this was the prediction this is what I was expecting. A massive turnaround from the Titans here in the third inning.
Yeah,
I don't know what the coaches said in the dugout, but
coach said, hey, hit the ball hard. And now number 11, Blake Wilsey here. See if Elam can get some momentum back, get an out, stop the onslaught so far.
could we see a 3 for 3? Ball started off.
1-0 count. Yeah, if you're Elam, after giving up those 2 bombs, you don't really want to throw strikes anymore, and you want to make him swing just like that. And now it's a 1-1 count.
Somebody needs to go out there. Hey,
is a little bit flustered, trying to play it off, trying to act cool. Steps into it. Pops up from Wilsey. Not far enough, though, and it's caught by the second baseman. First out of the inning.
Yeah, Elam needed an out there.
Or excuse me, of the out. Or this. Excuse me, of the at bat. But
And now number 4, Klinkenbeard.
Cordell Klinkenbeard.
Let's see if he can add to the scoreboard here.
Elam winds up, steps into it.
And
Klinkenbeard.
back to Elam, and hands it to the first baseman.
Seemed to me like he tried to chase him down, tried to outrun him and tag him himself.
Elam tosses it to Gunther, gets the second out, and good comeback from Elam so far. After giving up those 2 home runs in a row, and now we have the best home run hitter on the Titans, Bryson Bodis.
Elam, you can tell he's nervous about this one. Let's it go. And low pitch to start off with.
1-0. Again, he's not trying to throw strikes here. He's trying to make him swing.
Big difference between this inning and last inning. There's no reason to look around anymore because there's no people outside. There's no people on base. No bases loaded. The Titans are just running all over them. But here we go.
2-0 count here, and Elam's got to throw some strikes here if he wants to get this final out. And that's
Beautiful.
a swing, and he grounds out too short.
And that is the third inning.
And that was a very fast but productive inning for the Titans, getting 2 home runs and 2 runs, and
2 hits, 2 home runs.
giving themselves a lead in this game, 2-0. And let's see if Jelen, who hit a home run in this inning, can keep up his pitching dominance after we take a break. Titans, they're gonna kill you if you don't get runs early, so they can bring back.
Bam!
That's a
beautiful
great
hit by
way to
Gunther,
start.
straight to the left fielder. Beautiful catch by the Titans.
And out. Exactly what you wanted there if you're the Skyhawks. Just a great play by the left fielder. And Skyhawks just getting a little unlucky here, making great contact.
Excuse me, did not mean to interrupt you there. But Donnie Rosenthal with a great catch.
All right, now batting Cooper Smith. And he takes ball 1. And Cooper Smith got on base earlier in this game and gave Jelen some trouble in some mind games on first base when stealing or not stealing. But Jelen There's 2 balls to start for.
Seems like he's trying to aim a little bit lower. Trying to, maybe hit him the head a little bit.
And that
Pop
is
straight up.
popped up, and it will
Caught by the center
caught
fielder.
by center fielder.
Crutcher flies to center for the second out of the inning.
Danny Wallace
Smith to center.
with a beautiful catch.
Now batting
And
the left fielder.
Skyhawks cannot go 1-2-3 in this inning. And trying to stop that is Will Sims. The Skyhawks, they need to get a run on the board. Otherwise, the Titans will kill them late. And ball 1 there for Sims. And right now, Skyhawks trying to get on base any way they can.
Not the best catching performance today from Wilsey. A lot of the balls tossed towards him, are just caught, and single for the Skyhawks drops right in between shortstop and center field.
Yeah,
Sims with a 2-out single off the middle.
Or the second baseman in center field.
Now batting the
Sims and the Skyhawks needed to get a base hit there, needed to get something going. And number 2, Joe Collega can tie the game with a home run here. And let's see if Jelen can get the final out of this inning. And foul ball by Collega. And Jelen, you can see he's looking over at Sims, and he's just getting a little distracted there. But
You can tell Sims wants to steal, wants to try and advance.
another foul ball there. 1-2 count. And Jelen needs one more strike. Actually, 0-2 count. And Jelen needs one more strike to get out of this, to get through 3 great innings for him. And Collega trying to stop that. Another foul ball into the woods.
Please return foul ball to the session for your choice of $50 or baseball card. Sponsored by Mutual Insurance Advisors, Medicare, and Mutual.
Beautiful hit there, straight to shortstop. And there you go. And that is the Skyhawks at bat.
And Skyhawks didn't do great there. Couldn't get it done. And we will be heading into the 4th inning.
Bottom of the 4th. What I'm excited to see is how are the Titans going to build off these 2 continuously dominant performances, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, Elam needs to get a quick 1-2-3 inning here. Give his team some momentum, give them some of a chance here. But the Titans, they are, again, a late hitting team, and they will, again, kill you late here.
Here we go. See Elam warming up. That first pitch, thing could fly. Thing was moving, and it was moving fast.
Yeah, but he's going to have a tough opponent here, Matthew Gorman, who has been great this season so far.
If you remember, he was the one that caused the bases to be loaded earlier in the game with a beautiful contact hit. Wonder if we'll see him with some more power during this at bat, or if we'll see who knows, maybe we'll see a pitching change if things start going bad with the Skyhawks.
Yeah, Elam heading into his 4th inning here. It's only allowed 2 runs, but it's not been great for the Skyhawks on offense.
Easton Elam looking down. Matthew Gorman steps into it.
And
Flies straight up. Stays fair, but it is dropped.
And he's going to second, and he's safe. He gets to 2, and that was very close there. And very, very bad mistake from the Skyhawks on defense. Just not being able to see the ball, not being able to catch it. And Titans, again, they will take advantage of your errors. They will take advantage of anything they can get.
Absolutely.
And Rosenthal is trying to get home a run after not being able to do so with the bases loaded. And he needs to do something.
Trying to bring it around. So far, Matthew Gorman with a single and a double. If this game goes on long enough, who knows? Maybe we'll see a cycle. Rosenthal and the Skutt catcher having a little conversation over there. While the umps have a little conversation.
Maybe talking about if he was safe or not.
Maybe. Personally, I do not agree with the decision to go for 2 there by Matthew Gorman. To me, it was just a little uncomfortably close, but
Yeah, he is safe. And but the Skyhawks
Now batting for the Titans, the left fielder, number 7, Johnny
played a great game on defense today, but just had been, but after that error, gives up a person on second with no one out, and Rosenthal trying to take advantage of that.
the man who made the error, Luke Van Dyke, if you remember earlier in the game, a ball went straight towards his chest and it bounced out and it secured a single for Cordell Klinkingbeard.
And you can see Rosenthal trying to do a sack bunt here.
Elam looking around, looks back towards second, lets it wind.
And another bunt attempt, and Gorman goes to third on that passed ball. And so now they have a runner on third with nobody out. And Sack Fly can get another run scored. And as we said before, this team will score late in the game.
High pitch there.
Another ball 3. 3-0 count here. Not what you want for Elam to start the 4th inning.
Strike 1. Rosenthal might not be able to make it to first with a hit, but maybe he'll be able to advance.
Rosenthal,
Speaking of hits,
grounds it and is out and does not get the run home.
Rosenthal grounds short for the first time of the inning.
you saw him, he wanted that one. He was moving quickly, just not fast enough.
13, Griffin Minderman.
Yeah, now Griffin Minderman.
Already at the bottom of the lineup.
Yeah.
Ooh, getting cold up here in the booth.
Titans cannot have another situation like that, bases loaded. Otherwise, they'll give the Skyhawks a chance to maybe get a couple runs, get back in this game.
Not what you want to see. Again, you have to be offensively dominant against a team like Skutt, being the number 3 team in the state of Nebraska, being the number 1 team in Class B, playing a team in Class A like the Titans. It's just not something you want to see. You do not want to give up a single chance with them. And
a base hit, and Minderman comes up clutch and gets Gorman home. And
that was a beautiful hit by the Titans.
Elam gives up another run. Is now 3-0 Titans.
Third baseman, number 3, Emmett Minderman.
Makes sense. I didn't know who was announcing tonight. Came up here and I won't connect.
Oh, yeah.
And now number 19, Batting for the Titans, pinch hitter Jackson Willer.
Excuse me, I thought that was the bottom of the lineup, but no, must have been a little bit of a change around. Willer, I haven't seen much of his game this year, much if any, but hopefully he's good.
Side ball 1.
Who's your top guy?
And
I'll have you do an evaluation of him sometime.
Yeah.
let's see what Willer can do here. So you can get a base knock
Help that efficiency out.
and add on to this lead that the Titans do have.
Tries to pick off at first, not fast enough. Elam again taking a peek over at Minderman, trying not to let him get away.
Was a bomb and
There you go.
just on a line drive.
Willer out. It's safe. Minderman advances to 2, gets called out, but Willer safe at first.
Fielder's choice there, trying to go for the double play, did not end up getting it, and now we have Jelen up to bat again, and after he's pitching in a great game today and has hit a home run. Let's see what he'll do now.
Floater by Elam. That's something I've noticed from him. Just randomly, he'll just throw in a floater, trying to distract the batter.
Trying to throw an ephus, but
Yeah, it was hitting
Steps into it.
Cordell's batted.
Bam! Straight up. Looks like it's coming towards us. Rob, it stays in.
stays in, and Elam catches it, and he gives up 1 run in this inning. 3-0 game for the Titans, and Skyhawks need to get a few runs in the next inning right after the break.
And we are back now up to bat for the Skyhawks. Number 24, Luke Van Dyke, who's been struggling in the field, giving up 2 crucial errors.
Now, Jelen is trying to go for 5 scoreless innings, and
Starting off well with a foul ball.
these Skyhawks hitters, they've hit too many foul balls, just have not been hitting it in play, and when they have, it's just been unlucky.
Whoa, error by the first baseman. Pitcher tries to...
And he is safe. Lucky break there for the Skyhawks, and Van Dyke gets to first. With no one out. That's a great way to start the inning if you're the Skyhawks. Getting on base, down 3 runs, and that is what you needed to get back in this game.
Cordell clinking beer there on the error. tried to catch it, missed
Now,
it.
Bubba Day coming up to bat for the Skyhawks.
Bubba Day so far hadn't had the best day, but trying to turn it around here.
Now, ball.
Called it a strike one. Bubba Day watching, waiting for the pitch.
And he bunts it perfectly. And he's out at first, but gets the runner to second. And exactly what his job was there, sacrifice bunt, and gets a runner in scoring position there.
100%.
And now, top of the order, Nate Christensen, trying to come up clutch for this team, get them on the board.
Hasn't been able to successfully get on base since that first inning, first at bat.
And
Strike one.
Strike one there. Jelen trying to go 5 scoreless here.
Walked in second base, trying to not let Van Dyke get anything. Called time. Christensen gets some swings in. And here we go. He's back in it. He's back locked in. Van Dyke back on second. Jelen.
Foul ball again. 0-2 count. The Skyhawks, they need to get a run here, and Christensen needs to come up clutch for this team, get them on the board, get them a bit of momentum. Ball. 1-2 count.
Last game we saw Bryson Bodis coming in about this point in the game, but no, Jelen has been playing absolutely incredible. There you go, speaking of incredible senses there. Van Dyke made a move, he was ready to pick off that move.
Jelen been playing great today. There's no one warming up in the bullpen right now. And his
Low and inside.
Ball 2. So Christensen, after swinging at the first 2 pitches, now gets it up to 2-2, and trying to punch in a run.
Swing and a miss. And he's out at first.
And not what you want to do there, swinging at a low pitch, just not being able to move the runner. Now it's 2 outs with a runner on second. And Dylan Van Dyke needs to.
Bam.
And that
beautiful hit.
And
it's caught by the center fielder. And that is in the top of the 5th inning.
And
Van Dyke tried to bring in Van Dyke, but just one there.
they just hit it straight center field. If he hits it basically anywhere else, that's a home run there. Just an unlucky break for the Skyhawks, who just haven't been that lucky all night. And Elam coming out for the bottom of the 5th inning right after we take a break.
Fielder number 2, Danny Wallace.
And here we go, Danny Wallace up to bat. The Titans are doing good on the field. We're doing good up here in the booth. No? We just caught wind of some pretty cool information. Danny Wallace going to Oklahoma State University, I imagine, to play baseball.
Yeah, and he showed why he's going there tonight with a home run today on the first pitch he got, and that is over his head for a ball. 1-1 count here. Wallace trying to repeat that success he had in the third inning. And Elam trying to avoid that.
Kind of surprised there has not been a pitch change here by the Skyhawks. Just a little bit of a
1-2 count here for Wallace, and you're right. Elam, although he's pitched pretty decently, they need to change at pitcher because these hitters are pretty going to tee. And that is a foul ball into the woods again.
Into the woods.
Still a 1-2 count here for Wallace. And he has a base hit up the middle. And he's now at first. And Elam giving another base hit. Not great. Giving up a leadoff hit. And he needs to escape this. Get out of a jam. Because these Titan hitters, they're going to hit in this part of the game. And now trying to add to that hit total, Blake Wilsey.
Wilsey so far not having the best catching performance I've ever seen, but when it comes to batting, he's pretty good.
Takes a ball.
Not pretty good, though, is how inconsistent Elam's been. There's been stretches where he's gone perfect, almost, but then there's also stretches like these where he's basically getting nothing.
He's played great, and
Bam.
That ball is
Yes.
foul. And yeah, Wilsey, he knows when to take balls, when to take strikes. He's a catcher, and he knows a lot of the stuff. Yeah, as a senior, he knows a lot about this game. And like you said before, Elam, he's been a little inconsistent tonight.
But we'll see. Or Elam doing his little step up.
And
We'll see, decide not to swing at it.
ball inside, 2-1 count here.
I might have to next year.
With Wallace on base, you gotta wonder if Elam is starting to get pressured right now. And that is a passed ball. It's going to second, and that was a ball. 3-1 count here for Wilsey. And Elam just, you can see he's pressured
Is your life
after
just a little bit off?
giving up 3 runs so far.
Produce that foul ball.
That's the best word I would use to describe Elam, is pressured. Just all game long has been, he's gone from bases being loaded to 2 home runs on 2 hitters to now a man stealing second right under his nose. Not a situation you want to be in.
Full count here, the runner on second, and Elam has got to get it out here. He cannot afford a walk right now. It would be his first walk of the game, though. Foul ball into the woods.
There wasn't even any doubt that was going to the woods. That one just flew.
Sessions for your choice of $50 or baseball cards and candy, sponsored by Everlevel Concrete.
This at bat has been going on for a while, and Elam just trying to get out of this mess he has so far.
Swing and a miss by Wilsey.
Foul tip into the catcher's glove. Great out for Elam there.
First out of the inning.
Coming back from a
Now batting
3-1 count.
baseman number 4, Cordell Wickenbeard.
Now we have Clinking Beard.
Does you take $50 or you take the baseball cards and
Now we have Clinking Beard up to bat.
Investment for future.
Clinking Beard. Swing starts off with a foul tip. 0-1 count.
I think I told Cards Candy. That's kind of the main thing.
Elon looking back, doing his little steps into his pitch. Clinking Beard decides not to swing at it because it's low.
1-1 count here. Now, Clinking Beard trying to knock this run in, trying to extend their lead, put this game into Jellen's hands.
Steps into it.
Inside. Ball 2.
See Elon walking around a little bit flustered. Not necessarily in the right mind. Maybe a little stressed out.
Yeah, as I said before, he's feeling pressured with that runner on second, and having already given up 3 runs, he does not want to add more, so he's throwing these balls. And that
Foul.
ball is crushed.
And it's
Caught by center.
he dropped.
No, he
dropped it.
And
2 going to 3.
Wallace is going home, and
Slides it in. A beautiful, beautiful triple by Cordell Clinking Beard. I thought it was going over.
yeah, that ball looked crushed, but the center fielder just couldn't make the catch there. Another error by the Skyhawks, costing them. And as I said before, Titans will take advantage of these errors.
1,000,000,000%. That's part of why the Titans are so good, because they're just consistently able to cause errors. The name of the Titans being the previously ranked, the preseason #1 ranked team in the state of Nebraska, just entirely flusters most opponents. And I guarantee you that they were not ready for that.
And Bodis grounds out to first.
That's all right. They still gained a run from it.
Gets an RBI ground out there. Is now 5-0 Titans, and with no one on, and Matthew Gorman is up again. And
Matthew Gorman, who was able to run it in last time, didn't get a
yeah,
home run, but had a nice double off of an error from, I believe it was Luke Van Dyke.
Elam needs to get out of this inning here after allowing 5 runs, but other than the errors, he's played a pretty decent game today, and that
Bam!
ball
Beautiful
is
hit,
crushed.
and it's caught by the left fielder. And that is the inning. Now we're going into the 6th inning, folks. So we'll take a break and we'll be right back with you.
Oh, pitching change.
We have a pitching change here by the Titans. Now into pitch, number 20, Grayson Wallace, the junior, going from a left-handed guy in Michael Jellen to now a right-handed guy in Grayson Wallace. I wonder how that's going to change up for the Skyhawks. Maybe they'll be better prepared for a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, I'm surprised the Titans switched out after Magellan having a great start today. I thought he would go for another inning, but pitching change here today and Wallace will try and close out the 6th here and trying to stop him. Number 11, Jace Ziola, trying to give his team some momentum here, and the Skyhawks have not been having a great day today on offense, hitting foul balls after foul balls, and they need to do something. Hit a home run, get a run any way imaginable, but they need to get some form of momentum.
Couldn't agree with you more. Now up to bat for the Skyhawks, Jace Ziola, excuse me, has not been able to fully unlock that potential, but hopefully we'll see something special here at this at bat.
Low first pitch for Wallace there, ball 1.
Winds up, lets it go. Ball 2.
Yeah, and as we said into this game, the Titans, they are a dominant team.
Strike 1 there.
2-1 count here for Ziola, and he needs to do something.
Low 3-1 count now for the Titans.
Hitters count here, and let's see if Ziola can make advantage of that. And he takes ball 4 for a leadoff walk. Not the start you want for Wallace here. And
that's all right. Top of the 6th inning. Just starting to warm up that arm. Trying to just
Titans,
focused in.
They do have a comfortable 5-0 lead, but they need to not make any mistakes. Try and give that up.
Popped up by the Skyhawks. Stays fair. Oh!
And it is an infield single. And so now they have a runner on first and second with nobody out. Not the best start here for Wallace. And
Pair there by Emmett Minderman playing that third base spot.
Skyhawks getting that bit of momentum they needed, getting on base. And now Cooper Smith needs to come up clutch here, not gonna run, do anything to get this team back in this game.
Now batting the Skyhawks, the catcher, number 6, Cooper Smith.
Cooper Smith now up to bat. Very similar story here. Just not been able to get exactly what he wanted going. Showing some signs of life with some nice foul balls, but nothing incredibly special.
Ball 1 there, and Wallace, he needs to start throwing strikes here, and there's another ball. And I think Wallace not having any time in the bullpen has just made him uncomfortable here, not warmed up, and they're gonna have a meeting on the mound.
Sometimes I wonder what the outfielders think about during these little infield meetings. I wonder if they're just start thinking to themselves, wish I could be a part of that.
They're either thinking, man, I really wish a ball was hit towards me, or can this game end?
But it's not over yet, folks. We still have the rest of this inning and then part of the 7th. Who knows, maybe even more if things go bad.
Yeah, Wallace in the 2-0 count here. He's got to come back, get those strikes in.
Steps into it.
Ball 3, and with a runner on first and second and a 3-0 count, if you give up another walk here, the bases will be loaded with nobody out.
Which is not what you want to be, the position you want to be in.
And it's another walk. Now the bases are loaded with nobody out, and
Seems to be one out.
No, there are 0. No.
Apologies for the incorrect graphic there. But
Will Sims will, and yeah, Wallace coming out of the game after only facing 3 batters and getting no outs. He's gonna bring in a new pitcher here and have him try and get out of this jam that they have. And that pitcher is number 14, Brady Palmer.
Brady Palmer, left-handed guy, starting to switch back over to that left-handed side. There you go. Wallace, you could tell by the way he was pitching, he had a lot of speed, but not necessarily the accuracy you want from a closer. You want someone who's fast and accurate, but he was just fast. Wallace only a junior though. He still has next year. Still learning under some guys this year. But now to pitch Brady Palmer, the senior, left-handed guy. I haven't seen him much this season, but hopefully he's a talented guy, and I know the Titan coaches see something in him that they want him to be out here to pitch for the closing innings here.
Yeah, and Sims, he's gonna, with the bases loaded and nobody out, he's gonna try and get this team a run in anything. And with this momentum the team has right now, I wouldn't be surprised if they're back in this game by the end of the inning.
I don't know. I feel like Brady Palmer, they brought him out here for a reason. I feel like there's much talent that he has, and I would not be surprised if he capitalizes on it.
They took Wallace out of the game after only facing 3 batters, which means they're worried about this Skutt's team coming back and making this a game.
Absolutely. The number 3 team in the state, Skutt Catholic, you can never count them out of a game. Part of their magic is just how dominant they are down the stretch. And here, I know the Titans are scared of it. I know the fans are scared of it. No one wants to see a 5-0 choke, really. Palmer looking down, lets it fly. Outside.
There's a ball, and cannot start off with the ball there, cannot walk anyone. And these pitchers, they have to throw these strikes. Even if they don't want to, they have to throw them. There's
there you go. Pop up. Looks like it's going to center,
and it's
but it drops.
Hit. And every runner advances a base. And they get a run, and still the bases are loaded with nobody out. And now the tying run is on home plate. And that tying run is number 2, Joe Collega.
Now batting the Skyhawks, the center fielder, number 2, Joe Collega.
Not even waiting here. He lets it fly. High pitch.
Another ball. 1-0, and they just have not been throwing strikes. And these Titans are getting worried.
Beautiful pitch there. Strike 1.
1-1 count there, but you're starting to wonder if the Titans might have been better off keeping Jellin in.
I mean, that is the thoughts I have.
Another ball, 2-1 count. And Collega trying to score a run here, as he is the tying run.
Steps into it.
And there's
powerful, caught by third. Caught by the third baseman for the Titans.
And he tags the runner at third out, so that is 2 outs there.
Wow.
And so that is a huge play for the Titans there. Bad break by the Skyhawks, but lucky break for Brady Palmer, who now has to face Luke Van Dyke.
Luke Van Dyke so far not having the best performance, having many errors while playing infield, playing that third base position, for the Skyhawks. But I imagine he's trying to cap this game off, try and be a force here.
Yeah, Palmer got that first pitch strike, which is good, but throws another ball here, 1-1 count, and with 2 outs. You wonder how the Skyhawks are going to get runs here, because they need to get runs here if they want to have any chance in the 7th inning. And there's a base hit, and that might score, and that'll score 1 run. The bases are loaded yet again. And now the leading run is now at the plate, Bubba Day.
Bubba Day, what a name. So far, he's not having the best game, but if by God's graces this is a grand slam, he will have had himself a day.
Palmer cannot give up another walk here. And
Strike 1.
first pitch strike is a great thing in this scenario. And if Day can get a hit here, knock in a run, and that would be great for the Skyhawks team. But swing and a miss, not that great. But 0-2 count here, 2 outs, bases are loaded. Brady Palmer trying to get out of a jam here, and that's a foul ball into the woods yet again.
Please return foul balls to concessions for your choice of a half hour or baseball cards and candy. Sponsored by Everlevel Concrete.
Pointed up. Swing and a miss.
Strike 3. Palmer gets out of the inning with a great play from the third baseman, getting that double play, and Skyhawks just did not get a lucky break there.
This is a position the Titans definitely want to be in. They just have to go through this at bat and then finish off the game with that top of the 7th inning next up.
Yeah, and I'm surprised to see Elam out there for the 6th inning.
Not entirely sure if I would have made that decision, but we have a perfect view of the Skyhawks bullpen, and they have not sent a single player over towards that region. So, not entirely sure what the thought process is, but I mean, if they want to make that choice, then that's on them.
Like, if Elam gets the last 3 outs here, he'll have done a complete game, but giving up 5 runs is not the greatest. And batting for the Titans, Donnie Rosenthal.
The Titans in the bottom half of the 6th inning. The left fielder, number 7, Donnie Rosenthal.
Donnie Rosenthal, if you remember from last at bat, he tried so hard to get to first base, just wasn't able to make it. Guarantee he's got that little chip on his shoulder. Everyone else has been able to basically get around, but he hasn't.
Rosenthal takes a ball, and yeah, you're right. Rosenthal trying to get on base to end this game, and takes a strike. 1-1 count, and This Titans team, they have come up clutch late, only allowing 1 run when the bases were loaded and nobody was out. And strike 2, 2-2 count here for Rosenthal. Rosenthal has not really swung the bat at all this game, and he needs to get into the outfield, get a base hit for this team right here. And that is a ball, 3-2 count, and
Nice little check there.
full count. Let's see what Elam can do, because if he allows a leadoff walk, we might see a change.
Let it fly. Swing and a miss.
Strikeout. And not the greatest day for Rosenthal. And now batting Griffin Minderman, trying to get a base knock to end his game. And
Swing
he
and a miss.
swings and misses at strike 1.
Playing a little bit of a game of toss between catcher and second base. Or excuse me, between pitcher and second base. Fly. Foul ball.
0-2 count here. And Elam, he's been consistent this inning so far, but has just been inconsistent some innings, and that's what allowed him to have given up 5 runs so far. And there's a base hit for Minderman. Gets his second hit of the day, and Elam gives up another hit, so we'll see if they decide to keep him in for the rest of the game. And we still do not see anyone in the bullpen.
I understand entirely trusting your pitcher, but there's some times where trusting your pitcher only gets you so far, and this is a moment where I feel like you got to change.
Let's see if
Well, there, a swing and a miss, opening up, great.
Let's see if Minderman can bring home his brother and get another run added to the board.
Who knows, maybe another 2. Elam looking down, winds up, lets it fly. Bunt by Minderman, and he doesn't make it to first, but Griffin does make it to second. Beautiful sacrificial bunt there.
Yeah, took the words right out of my mouth. Good sack bunt there. Minderman did his job, got his brother to second, and now we have Michael Jellin, who surprisingly got taken out of the game when he was pitching a great game so far, and he has hit a homer today. Let's see if he can repeat that.
That'd be a very impressive game if he does hit a second homer. And wait. The umpire's making a...
They're saying
He needs to move back.
They're saying Griffin needs to go back to first.
Not entirely sure what just happened. Maybe they're getting a... Maybe Griffin's getting a bit of an explanation. Head coach for the Titans seems to be trying to discuss what's going on.
So Minderman back at first with 2 outs, and Jellin, see if he can repeat the success that he's had today.
Steps into it.
Takes
Strike one.
Good first pitch there for Elam. 0-1 count here.
Right. Cool. Yeah.
Stealing, and he is
Safe.
safe. And now Now he's actually at second base. And,
He wanted it. You could tell he wanted to be on second.
Yeah, he was a little bit mad that he got sent back to first, so he just got it right back. And now, Jalen with a runner in scoring position. See if he can come through with a hit.
Strike two.
Take strike two. 1-2 count here. See if Elam can get out of this inning without allowing any runs and get 6 full innings out of him.
Damn, high pitch.
2-2 count. And Jalen, he's had a good eye this game. As he is pitched today, he knows where the ump is calling these strikes and balls, and he's taking them well. And there
Pop
is
up.
a ball high in the air, and it
Good
is
drop.
caught. So the inning is over. We will now head to maybe the final.
Final at bats of the game.
Yeah. Final 3 outs of the game coming up next after we take a break.
Another pitch.
Another pitching change for the Titans. Now up is Danny Wallace, the OSU commit. Oklahoma State, that is.
Yeah, and the Titans have 2 pitchers who are pitching in this game, and each of them have a home run, which is very hard to do. And
The 6th inning was very confusing, going from having a great guy in, like Michael Jelen, to then changing over to the junior, Grayson Wallace, and then him not working out and giving up 3 walks in a row, to then go to Brady Palmer. And then I didn't see much wrong with Brady Palmer. He just was warming up. It's hard to have an outstanding pitching performance whenever you're not even really that warmed up. But now you're into your 4th pitcher of the game with Danny Wallace.
yeah, and see if Wallace can end this game here. But he's going to have to go through the top of the order with Nate Christensen trying to make some sort of a comeback here, trying to get back in this game.
See Wallace trying to find his groove, trying to find the pitch. Got it. Or no, time. Found it. Let's go.
And there
Straight to-
is a great play by the second baseman there. They get the first out. And now we have Dylan Van Dyke,
Now batting for the Skyhawks, the right fielder, number 12,
And-
Van Dyke.
he's trying to do anything at this point.
Winds up, steps into it.
And there's
Another out.
basically the exact same play as the last one.
For the second out of the inning. Jace Seiler.
All right, now we have the final hope for the Skyhawks, Jace Ziola.
Trying to let some magic happen. Strike 1.
Strike 1.
Danny Wallace committed to Oklahoma State for a reason. Almost at Ohio State. Wrong OSU. Strike two. One more.
And Titans, one strike, one out away from getting a dominant victory today. And that's a ball. 1-2.
Don't know if I agree with that call, but I don't know. Steps into it. Low pitch there. 2-2 count. Danny Wallace getting ready. Lets it fly. Another low one.
So Ziola goes from an 0-2 count to a 3-2 count. And
Really fast, mine do, because of those heater pitches coming from Danny Wallace.
yeah,
Let's see.
and
Bam.
there is a thing. Grounds.
And
that
that's
is the
game.
The Titans win 5-1.
What a beautiful game here at the Titan Baseball Fields. And thank you all for listening in with us at POV Media. And again, score 5-1 Papillion South, 5 Papillion South, 1 Skutt Catholic. And what an outstanding performance. Many confusing changes, a couple home runs here and there from pitchers.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can see another great game like this next time we stream baseball.
Yeah, Titans, they came up clutch late, and that's what they always do.
Absolutely. Again, thank you for listening in. Do not forget to set a reminder in your phone, because later on this week, we have the Titan Classic track stream over at Foundation Field. Feel free to tune in and support your runners from schools all over the Omaha area. So thank you all for listening in, and that is us at POV Media. Goodbye.
Goodbye.